Hello, Hawks fans, and welcome to another episode of the Hawks Nest podcast in the 2022 Pioneer League season. I'm your host, Matt Yeazel, the voice of the Boise Hawks, and for this episode, we're going to have an interview with one of the best hitters in this Hawks lineup, outfielder Juan Teixeira, who has been tearing it up in this first half in his first year here in Boise. We're going to hear a bit about Juan's background in the game of baseball and kind of his mindset at the plate here in his first Pioneer League season. But before we get to my chat with Juan, I want to kind of give kind of a state of the team kind of update as I record this on Sunday, July 10th before a day game, the series finale here at Dealer Park in Billings, Montana. Hawks are looking to even the season series and win the 5-game series here this afternoon. They come into today with a record of 15-25, fourth place in the Pioneer League South Division, and a very big part of the schedule coming up after today's game. We're going to head back home to Boise after the action this afternoon, and a 2-week, much-needed homestand is on deck for the Hawks, who have been traveling on the road a lot the last few weeks, a lot here in Billings, Montana, and a 2-week homestand. But in between those two series, the first being against Idaho Falls, a 7-game series in 6 days with a doubleheader in there. In between that series and the Grand Junction series afterwards is when the second half starts. So the first game of the second half is Game 1 against Grand Junction. That's going to be on Tuesday, July 19th, after an off day at home that the Hawks get to enjoy. Again, in their own beds, they're going to get 3 separate off days on this homestand coming up, including tomorrow on Monday. As we're traveling back, we're going to arrive in the wee hours of the morning, but then get an off day to rest. The Idaho Falls series, another off day, and then the Grand Junction series. Afterwards, they'll get another off day before heading to Ogden, which, of course, is close enough to Boise to where we can leave the day of the first game. So a nice, long, and hopefully relaxing homestand coming up for the Hawks, but it's a very important part of the schedule. You're going to start, obviously, with the Highway Series against your rival Idaho Falls, and then the second half starts, and that's when the slate is wiped clean, and Boise's struggles here is, again, sitting in fourth place here in the first half. All that is erased, and you get a brand new opportunity, and they're going to start with 2 huge series against 2 divisional opponents in Grand Junction for 6 and then on the road in Ogden for 6, a team that the Hawks have struggled with in the first half. So that's kind of the state of the team, where they're at on the season. Now here is my chat with Juan Teixeira, who currently leads the Hawks in many of the major offensive categories, including batting average, slugging percentage, and on-base percentage. Has been a fixture in the lineup every single day for the Hawks, and he looks to continue his success on the year. Here's my chat with Juan Teixeira. Okay, so first, can you just kind of tell me, a little bit about where you're from and kind of your baseball experience to this point, and then talk a little bit about what brought you here to Boise to play for the Hawks?
So I was born and raised in Venezuela. I moved to Florida in 2012. I was 14. And from there, I started playing, high school ball over there in Cooper City High School. Then transferred to Somerset Academy, and from there, I got a scholarship to play at junior college in Hialeah, Florida, ASA. Then I got recruited to go to FIU, where I played for 4 years, and then last year I was able to play winter ball down in Venezuela, and then. From there, I got the opportunity to be here at Boise. My agent, he knows Gary pretty well, so they were able to pull it off, and now I'm here.
So tell me about the winter ball experience in Venezuela. That I imagine that probably meant a lot to you, going to your home country, and that's pretty competitive league over there in Venezuela. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I actually made my professional debut down there. It was an amazing experience. I had guys that had played in the big leagues and that I was playing with on the same team, guys that are prospects right now. Actually, 2 of them made it to the big leagues this past month. And, yeah, just veterans that helped me out and gave me some tips on how to be ready for professional baseball. And it was a nice experience to go play down there and where I'm from.
So did you kind of have like family able to go out to those games and kind of experience that with you?
Not really, because I'm from the capital, which is Caracas, and I was playing with Lara, which is like 5 hours away. So I was a little away from home, but I was not really away from home because I was, that's where I'm from. So, yeah, they were watching on the TV and they were following the team the whole year.
So in terms of the level of baseball, tell us a little bit about that, what it was like playing in that league versus, is there anything different about just the way they go about things, the way baseball is played over there?
Not really. I mean, the game is pretty much the same everywhere we go. Obviously, the level could be a little different. Obviously, in that league, we got veterans that have been playing for, maybe 15 years. And they know how to pitch to young guys that are probably, a little overexcited on at the plate. But, yeah, I mean, of course, it's a different approach that you got to take down there because you're facing guys that have played for a very long time. And here you got guys that are young that have also, some of them have played affiliated ball, but it is a different approach that you got to take. But, yeah, it was fun.
So now, you've been living in Florida for a while now.
Yeah.
Is this your first time kind of out west?
Yes.
In Boise? Okay. So how are you liking it so far?
No, I mean, I love it. The fans, my teammates, the coaching staff, the front office. It's they make it easier for us to be at a nice baseball environment, and obviously the city at Boise. It's fun. It's been nice.
So your first time in the league, you've clearly taken not too much time to adjust, putting up great numbers early on this year. So just how are you feeling kind of at the plate? These pitchers I'm assuming you haven't really seen before, and, a lot of ballparks you haven't seen. So just, how are you feeling at the plate right now?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident right now. I try to have the same approach everywhere I play. I've had the same approach that I'm having right now since I got at FIU with my hitting coach, Jared Goodwin. And it's been fun. It's good baseball up here, and, yeah, I'm excited to keep it going.
And before you came here, did you know that the Pioneer League is kind of like a hitter-friendly league? And was that kind of the part? I mean, we've seen a lot of high-scoring games already this season. For us, was that kind of part of why you wanted to play here?
Not really. I was just trying to get the opportunity to play, and I got it from from the Hawks, and now I'm here and I'm happy. So glad I'm here.
And now that you're here and you're doing well so far early this season, what are your biggest goals now for the rest of the year and beyond? What are your biggest goals?
Yeah, obviously as a team, I just want to bring to the table as much as I can so we can win a championship. I know we were one game away last year, so hopefully we can bring it this year. On a personal level, I just want to keep getting better. I know I'm getting better here. Even though it's a hitter-friendly league, there's very good pitching. So I'm getting better. I'm learning, and obviously I want to keep going and see how far I can go in this game.
So, when you look back at the end of the year, what would a successful season look like for you?
Obviously, I would like to go back and know that I got better as a hitter, as a player, and I know I will because we have pretty good coaching staff. My team is always are there for me. But, I mean, if I could go affiliated ball, that would be amazing. But I wouldn't mind being here for as long as possible.
All right, my thanks to Juan Teixeira for sitting down and taking the time to tell us a bit about his story as a baseball player, his background, particularly his time in Venezuela. A unique opportunity for him to get to play in his home country and kind of how that helped him here before this Hawks season. But that'll just about do it for this second episode of the Hawks Nest podcast in 2022. Again, my name is Matt Yeazel. Make sure to tune in to all of our broadcasts for home games. You can find them on the Pioneer League website, pioneerleague.com/watch. We also post the links to that on our Facebook page, the Boise Hawks, as well as our Twitter page at Boise Hawks. You can find the links there. For road games, we actually broadcast live on the radio on Facebook Live. So you can tune in and hear the audio as I travel with the team and broadcast every game this season. If you want to find me on social media, my Twitter is at MJ Yeazel, MJYeazel. My Instagram is at Matt Yeazel. If you want to get some kind of behind-the-scenes content from the broadcaster's perspective here as I, of course, travel with the team all season long. So thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to follow along with the Hawks social media pages for all the content you need from what should be a great rest of the year for the Hawks as they try to turn things around in the second half. Thank you all for listening, and I will see you next time.